So the Horton house came with Deako light switches, and although I really like Deako light switches, they're definitely not the most cost-effective smart switch to install. They're somewhere around $90 a piece to purchase, where others are in the 20s. So let's take a look today at how to remove the Deakos from the wall and what you're going to look at, because they're a little bit different than standard switches. So the first thing we're going to do is take a screwdriver and get it under the bottom part of this cover, kind of just slide it across, and we can pop the cover off. And then we get to a panel that looks like this. And if you've done any electrical work, you'd notice that this is quite a bit different than a standard light switch receptacle. So to change Deakos out, we're going to pull out on that plastic tab, just like I did there, if you couldn't see it in the camera. And then we're kind of able to just work these Deakos out of their socket like so. Here they should kind of come loose on this tab. They sit in here on some balls that actually make the electrical contacts, so sometimes they can be a little bit harder to remove. You can see here, once I got them free, they were easily slid out of this socket. Now if you had a smart switch, you'd go ahead, slide the socket back in there, and assuming that neutral was hooked up correctly, which it isn't here on this particular switch, you would have a functioning smart switch that you could go ahead and take all the steps of programming. But like I said, I want to remove this switch, so now I'm just going to go ahead, take my screw gun, back all the screws out, and I've already turned the power off if you haven't noticed, so I'm not working with live power, because although the Deakos have sockets and we definitely don't need the power turned off to actually change the light receptacles out themselves, once we get in here and kind of break this box away to the point that we've worked it down, we're definitely going to need to have the power turned off. And the Deako receptacles here, as you can see, just have a bunch of screws, and you can go ahead, take your screwdriver and loosen them up and separate them. That's all that's really to setting up or removing a Deako from your house.